Well, let's get the latest with our reporter Luke Shrago. He's currently in the Mykolaiv region. Luke, what can you tell us?
Well, there have been strikes nationwide across Ukraine on Tuesday afternoon, north, south, east and west, with missiles reportedly striking several cities, with sounds being reported of explosions in several areas, and certainly a loss of electricity. Russia, of course, has been striking at the electricity and basic infrastructure of Ukraine, trying to really put pressure on the population, and that's certainly the case here. We've had a power cut not far from where we are not far from Mykolaiv. Now, we've also heard that Ukrainian air defense has also been working extremely hard. It's something with which Ukraine has had a massive amount of experience after months of war and other Russian missile strikes. Certainly, they've been requesting repeatedly for extra resources in those terms from the West, particularly after Russia introduced Iranian-made drones onto the battlefield. Now, we've known that Russia, when it uses strikes like this, wide-scale strikes across the country, it's been known to use anti-shipping missiles, Soviet-era ones, in fact, because it simply doesn't have the stocks of modern, high-tech, guided precision weaponry, particularly in terms of components, which it's been very difficult for the country to source after Western sanctions went into effect. Now, all of this comes just 4 days after the city of Kherson was recaptured by Ukrainian forces, and it does seem that this is a likely response. It's something that we've seen from Russia in the past, particularly after major Ukrainian military victories. It's a matter for Russia to try and show that it's still in the game. We remember in October the strike on the Crimea bridge over the Kerch Strait. That was very swiftly followed by Russian retaliatory strikes across Ukraine. With the war widely seen as failing in the West, it's a matter of this kind of response being directed at a Russian domestic audience. We've seen hawkish Russian figures becoming increasingly angry and even criticizing the Kremlin and Vladimir Putin himself after these series of Russian military losses. So for Putin there, it is a matter of trying to show that Russia is indeed still in the fight.
Luke Shrago reporting from the Mykolaiv region. Thanks very much indeed.